It's been rumored that JPMorgan Chase wants to buy XRP. No small amount either. Matter of fact, not even a large amount, but the entire amount of XRP in the escrow. In other words, any and all of the XRP tokens that are already not in circulation. And as you can see here on CoinMarketCap, about 57 billion are currently circulating. So this is tens of billions of XRP. And if this is true, it's understandable. Why wouldn't they want to? Over the last month, XRP has outperformed virtually all major market cap altcoins and took spot number 3 in terms of market cap, even surpassing the largest stablecoin, USDT. Reason number 2, XRP is used to facilitate virtually all transactions on the XRP ledger, and that will include the new stablecoin being launched by Ripple called RLUSD, which is set to take the crypto world by storm because they are seeking the right regulatory guidance and approval inside of the United States and could easily overtake major players like USDT over the next decade. And 3, Ripple stands to gain more than any other crypto under a new Trump administration, and with their forward-looking initiatives, banks know this. In other words, banks like JPMorgan are prepping for a pro-crypto US, what that will look like over the next 4 years, and believe me, they want to be positioned. Now, whether or not JPMorgan Chase is actually set to buy up all of the XRP in the escrow and drive up the price of XRP tremendously, we'll uncover in this video. But here's what we do know. JPMorgan Chase is the largest bank in the United States, which currently manages $3 trillion plus in assets. And as one of the largest banks in the world, they have access to some of the most brilliant analysts and quants working for them. They sit in all of the right rooms. They know what's coming for markets well before everyone else. This has led JP Morgan to fully buy into the world of crypto, and it shows. They even built their own Onyx blockchain, which is led in space through satellites, and they use it for all sorts of things like faster settlements or to position themselves in the future of finance and what we call Web3. And yes, crypto is taking the world by storm, as even JP Morgan announced this year that they were replacing real estate with digital assets or crypto assets as its preferred alternative asset class along with hedge funds. Now, why would they do that unless the gains and the future looked bright for crypto? Now, in this post, which almost has 400,000 views and is gaining serious traction inside of XRP communities worldwide, they state how JP Morgan Chase wants to buy all of the XRP in escrow, why they want to buy all the XRP in escrow, and what that would do for XRP as a token and the price. So in this video, we'll be covering this post and deciphering how much truth there is to all of those claims. And we'll also be covering how BlackRock and JP Morgan are readying to submit for an XRP ETF. We'll be discussing JP Morgan Chase and how they're ready to accept XRP for credit card and mortgage payments. And we'll be even diving into this chart from Peter Brandt, a very well-known technical analyst, and why he believes this is the most powerful chart in all of crypto. And yes, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen over the upcoming days and week, so stick around to the end of this video. As always, if you're feeling blessed and bullish, comment 777, and if you're going to be the wealthiest person in your family tree, smash the subscribe button. Hello and welcome back to the Bull Runners channel. If you're new here, my name is Paul. You can find me at PaulyDeFi on Twitter or X. And before we dive into this video, I really quickly want to cover who Trump recently chose as the SEC chairman. It's a dude by the name of Paul Atkins. I already like the name, although he looks kind of ghoulish. That said, anyone is better than Gary Gensler, considering that man was truly the bane of evil when it comes to crypto. Now, what's nice about Atkins is the fact that he's likely going to change the SEC's approach to cryptocurrencies, which the commission has regarded as securities during Gensler's leadership. So that said, it's going to be like a complete 180 over at the SEC, which will likely create for an environment where not only are cases or lawsuits dropped, but they work to create a truly crypto-friendly environment and a crypto-friendly USA. Now, currently, it's one thing to say, hey, I'm pro crypto, but it's another when you actually have background working for the benefit of the space. Atkins serves as co-chair of the Token Alliance, an initiative of the crypto lobbying group, the Chamber of Digital Commerce. On behalf of that group, he has argued that the SEC enforcement has hampered development of the crypto industry in the US. And so that's actually pretty huge. And again, nobody stands to take advantage of that type of a windfall more than XRP. And recently that has showed up in the price. As here is a chart from Peter Brandt, someone that I truly respect as a technical analyst. And even he is mentioning this is the most powerful chart in all of crypto right now. And obviously here is the chart of XRP breaking above its descending wedge or triangle. And from a market cap perspective, touching the previous all-time high. So if this continues to remain strong, there's really no saying how far or how high this could go. I believe at least $500 billion this bull market cycle, and a potential price on XRP of at least $5.20 some cents and then higher. In the case of a very speculative or FOMO driven retail rally, this thing could pump upwards of $8 to $11 this bull market cycle. Now let's dive into the news surrounding JPMorgan Chase and them accepting XRP for credit card and mortgage payments. This is an article that actually came out in August of this year, and in it they state that the integration with XRP aims to enhance payment efficiency, reduce costs, and offer greater flexibility. And that's no secret. Not only is blockchain technology simply better, but then you have a major player like Ripple who truly offers world-class solutions and services. In the case of Ripple, this is a recent post where they mentioned that they have solutions for 6 common cross-border payment challenges. We're talking the majority of banks, especially local banks, have high costs with hidden fees, slow settlement, limited access, service reliability issues, complex compliance management, and liquidity constraints, all of which the XRPL can solve. And so it would make sense for JP Morgan to want to accept XRP for payments and potentially even integrate XRP into their platform. And when we're talking about $100+ trillion industry like real estate, traditionally real estate transactions have been bogged down by slow processing times, high fees, and complex regulations, especially in cross-border deals. Now, when we're talking about cross-border payments, who better than the #1 player in all of crypto, Ripple, and specifically XRP, to execute these transactions more swiftly? And with a rally like the one we recently saw in XRP, it's safe to assume that there is true demand from institutions driving this thing, because retailers could not push the price up 500% on a $30+ billion market cap token, all the way up to almost $150+ billion. And this is in a very short time frame. As you can see here, the local lows were sometime in November, and we are just at the start of December. In other words, this has only been about a month. So the question is there any truth or validity to this post that has almost 400,000 views, a stupid amount of bookmarks, and a lot of shares and comments, where a dude by the name of Danny basically states it's likely that XRP can pop up to $10,000. I think a lot of people make these types of wild claims, and so I want to debunk anything that's already in here. I don't believe XRP is ever going to hit $10,000 unless, of course, there was some sort of a burn mechanism for the amount of tokens in circulation. Considering when you look at XRP and the max supply, we're talking 100 billion tokens. In other words, if every token is worth $1 and all of the tokens are in circulation, then that would be a $100 billion market cap. In order for it to hit $10, if all of the tokens were in circulation, it would have to be a $1 trillion market cap. Currently, we're sitting at about $150 billion, and not even all of the tokens are circulating. In other words, about 43 billion tokens are currently sitting in escrow. And yes, these things can be released by the team every single month. And yes, they can actually sell those tokens into the market. Now, they don't always do that because they understand that would really harm the average retail investor and the price. And ultimately, they do think long term. They do think like a business. They don't want to just crash their token or their opportunities. But at the end of the day, if all of the tokens came into circulation at once, that would create a $263 billion market cap. In other words, that is the fully diluted value, something that you can do your own homework into. And the real question is, right now, is there more than $100 billion sitting on the sidelines ready to buy it all at once to keep the price at $2.63? The answer is definitely not. Now, it doesn't mean that into the future that's not possible, but I don't see any crypto token that can take on $100 billion in a matter of a day to simply keep the price the exact same. If tokens reached circulation all at once, that devalues the XRP token. This is the same mechanism by which we experience inflation. As more US dollars enter circulation, they become worth less. In other words, everything that we use the dollar for becomes more expensive by default. And it's not because things are actually worth more, it's just because our dollars are worth less. And this is basic economics. So the answer to this question is definitely no. But again, this is going to get a lot of traction considering he's making some pretty wild claims that will get people that don't really know what they're doing or talking about excited. JPMorgan Chase wants to buy XRP. In other words, they've tried to buy 50 billion XRP in escrow. By the way, there's only 43 billion available, and he's stating that he's done so much research to try to understand how likely this is. And his major opinion comes down to the fact that it's a bridge currency, and in a potential partnership with SWIFT, they will adopt 11,000 banks to bridge all of these currencies together. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is a lot of conjecture. SWIFT is already working on their own systems and operations, and I would argue, unless they partner, XRP, or at least Ripple as a technology company, is a potential competitor to a company like SWIFT, which yes, has used a lot of outdated systems, but they have been working to improve those systems. But in order for XRP to hit $10,000, you would truly have to burn a stupid amount of that supply, not add to the circulating supply. But that's exactly what we're going to experience over the upcoming years. Because the reality is, for any one company to be worth multiple trillions of dollars, and I'm not saying it's not possible for XRP or Ripple, I'm just saying it's extremely difficult. And then to maintain it, when you really think about all of the trillion-dollar companies in the world, there's like 3 or 4. And even then, that would only take XRP up to about $10 to $20. Now, this is a post that you can read for yourself. However, they make claims that are absolutely ridiculous. For example, market cap does not equal the amount of money invested into an asset by retail traders. Of course not. It's not only retail traders, it's major investors too. Market cap is simply the total value among all investors in any one token, but that doesn't mean it's all liquid. So if I see a market cap at $500 billion, but everyone thinks they're rich right now, well, the moment some people start selling, the price is going to drop because there isn't enough liquidity inside of the order books to buy up all of those tokens at certain prices. So then the price continues to go lower, and all of a sudden the market cap changes. But the claim really comes down to this: in order for XRP to function properly, the price would need to be very high, not just for supply, but liquidity. And the reality is that's also not true. You don't need a high price for a blockchain to work well. You don't need any price for a blockchain to work well. There are already companies that have no tokens attached to their blockchain and still use blockchain technology to facilitate trades, to facilitate cross-border payments between other types of currencies. You think about the Ethereum blockchain. It's not just Ethereum on that blockchain. The blockchain in and of itself is its own entity. XRP in and of itself is its own token. The token price doesn't need to be high to be facilitated. If I send $10,000 of XRP at once, it doesn't matter if the token is worth $10,000 or if I have 10,000 tokens at $1. In a ledger, it's just a number, and that's all it is. So some people, again, use that to state, well, if it's just a number, why can't it be higher? Well, the reality is there's only so much USD being tossed into it at once, and it's a lot harder to move $1 trillion among many people than it is to move $1 billion. So the lower the market cap, yes, the higher the likelihood it can pump really, really hard. The higher the market cap, the harder it is for that price to continue to grow and move. This is the law of diminishing returns, and it's basic physics inside of finance. So with that rant over, no, I don't agree with that post. And there is potential that they could partner with SWIFT and get a lot of those banks. That ultimately will drive the price up. Now, really quickly, before we continue on in this video, if you haven't already, head on over to bullrunners.com. You can find the link in the description below. And on the other side, you're going to find Altcoin Pro University. Currently, we have 908 members and climbing. Once we reach the 1,000 member mark, we've decided as a team that's enough, or we're going to stop offering any bonuses. Not only does this bring a bit of urgency to this offering and really fill out this classroom and university, but we found that the more people that we bring on, the less we can service them properly. And so for that reason alone too, we we will be raising the price from $97 a month up to $197 a month by January 1st. However, if you start before January 1st, and better yet, even if you take advantage of that offer where there's the bonuses, then you will be grandfathered in at $97 a month. In other words, you don't pay a single dime more than $97 a month if you get started before January 1st, and that will be your rate from there on forward. Now, on the other side, after you watch this video, if you have any questions, you'll be able to get access to live calls with our pros where you can ask any questions that you want near to the end of the call, and we teach you exactly how we think. You're going to learn how to do technical analysis like a pro, take advantage of DeFi yields and yield farms where you can put your crypto to work and earn interest on it. We'll give you airdrop alerts and even altcoin picks that do upwards of 10 to 30 to 100x sometimes. And of course, there are courses upon courses upon courses from industry-wide experts and people that are actually working in the crypto and DeFi space. So if that sounds interesting to you, you have any questions, just go over to bullrunners.com. You have nothing to lose by checking it out. Watch this 26-minute video. And if you want to take advantage of the bonuses before they run dry and we reach that 1,000 member mark, or you want to get access to that grandfathered rate, then I'll see you on the other side. Let's get back into the video. If JPMorgan starts to buy ETFs or spot ETFs through BlackRock for XRP, the price is also going to climb. Here is my major prediction for this bull market cycle. XRP is going to continue to perform extremely well because we just saw that chart from Peter Brandt. There is a lot of demand. It's ranked number 3. We're going to have a pro-crypto SEC chairman. And yes, a major player like BlackRock is extremely likely to file for an XRP spot ETF, and that will likely be the next one approved if it's not Solana. I think XRP is now in the running. And so yes, JPMorgan could buy a boatload of XRP through there before most people, and that would tremendously pump the price of XRP. So with this said, let's dive into the price action on XRP and be pretty quick about it. We recently experienced some local lows down at the $2.23 range. As you can see, this is an hourly time frame, so we're seeing a lot of support right here. The next major range of resistance, which ended up becoming a range of support, was right around here at that $2.46 range, considering it was a resistance before the breakout, became a resistance once, twice more, and is now looking like a support. Over the weekend, I would like to see XRP break into this range of above $2.70 in order for it to make some new highs. This thing has obviously been a very strong mover, so I don't expect this rally, even if it ranges above $3 for a minute, to last as long or look as strong as the last one. However, when you look at a 4-hour time frame, you toss a 10 and 20 EMA up there, you can see that we've actually, and I'll ditch these lines right here, you can see that we've actually consistently rallied above that 10 and 20 EMA once they crossed back over. So right here, they crossed back over. The 10 EMA is above the 20 EMA. You're seeing support here. You see a breakout for a new high, and then you rally pretty hard. Well, if we break above this $2.70 range and definitely above that $2.90 range, as we have this crossover, yes, things are going to look pretty strong, especially from a 4-hour time frame perspective. From a daily perspective, however, you see the amount of up only. Chances are you can't do this forever. And I'm not saying that we can't hit that previous all-time high of $3.30. I'm simply saying your risk to reward ratio are far smaller there than they were down here at 50 cents, considering the majority of the move has already been made. So right here, if we hit the previous all-time high from present day prices, that's only about a 28% gain. Whereas if you were even in right here at a $1.20 to the $3.90 range, that was a 157% gain. So my point is this: it's not that XRP isn't going to go up, and it's not that we're not being supported at that 10 EMA. We're not seeing tremendous volume step in consistently, as you can see that it's denoted right here by these volume bars. What I am saying is that your risk to reward ratio has definitely declined, and eventually you'll see some sort of a pullback potentially into that $1.90 range. So the way that I'm approaching this is I am still holding my XRP for some major moves through the bull run. That is my investment portfolio. I'm not recommending that you do the same. Matter of fact, I'm not making any financial recommendations or giving you advice. This is for educational, informational purposes only. This is my opinion. Even though I do expect a pullback, and even though we could climb up to $3.30 this round before any types of pullbacks. Heck, we could even go up to $5 before a pullback. Ultimately, I will not be taking on any leverage. I think that's the easiest way to lose your money and your bag. By dumping onto some DeFi exchange where you get liquidated on your XRP and the market continues to move on and up without you. The easiest way to lose money is taking on leverage. From here on out, I'm taking on no leverage. I am literally holding my bag. And if I see any major pullbacks, especially on a daily time frame, yes, I will be accumulating more. But as things stand, I think there's more and more risk in adding to positions if it's not on a pullback in a very strong bull trend or rally. So I'm just holding the majority of my bag here. So that said, if you enjoyed the video and you'll learn something new, be sure to subscribe to the channel for consistent updates on XRP and crypto in general. And then one last time, head over to bullrunners.com if you want to take advantage of Altcoin Pro University. It's your one-stop shop to become a crypto millionaire in 2025. Now, I can't guarantee you're going to be a crypto millionaire, but I would argue that the education and the opportunities here will help you to get closer to that goal. And you're going to want to do it before we raise the price to $197 a month. Yes, if you get started now, you are locking in that rate. You will be grandfathered into that rate, but on January 1st, we're going to be raising the price. And also once we reach 1,000 members, we will no longer offer those bonuses. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want access to altcoin picks, technical analysis, hundreds of hours of classes and courses, the best community in all of XRP and crypto, then head on over to bullrunners.com. Thanks so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time, my friend. Goodbye.